Ever wondered why some transfers peel like a dream, while others fight you every step of the way? Stick around. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of DTF film and adhesive, so your prints press perfectly every time. G'day and welcome to Pressing Matters, the Australian DTF Transfers podcast, where we turn T-shirt tech into plain English. I'm David, and each week we tackle the gear, the techniques, and the little gotchas that keep your print business humming. If you're new here, punch that follow button, give us a like, and share the show with a mate who lives and breathes garment decorating. Your support means we can keep bringing you practical tips without the fluff. First, let's have a 2-minute crash course. DTF film is essentially a heat-stable PET base-coated film with a special release layer. We print ink onto that layer, dust it with adhesive powder, cure it, then transfer the design to fabric. DTF film comes in single-sided film. This has a gloss back, matte front, and is perfect for flatbed printers like the Brother GTX Pro. Then there is the double-sided film. It comes with both sides, matte finish, and it is designed to glide through roll-fed printers. The finish you choose will be dictated how smoothly your printer feeds and the type of printer being used. All right, let's talk about the film peel and its timing. The moment of truth comes when that carrier sheet comes off and you find out whether your transfer's a hero or breaking your heart. There are 3 main types on the market: hot peel, hybrid, and cold peel. Each one behaves a little differently, so let's break them down and I'll share where I think the industry's heading. Hot peel. The industry's default film. Picture this. You press the T, count to 3, and zip. The film slides off like a well-oiled machine. That's hot peel. With modern films, you can lift the film immediately. Or with some cheaper films, give it a quick 5-second breather. For production speed, it's gold. No waiting for the transfer to cool. Just press, peel, do your finish press, and you're done. Here is a quick pro tip. If you feel any resistance, don't yank harder. Just wait those extra seconds. Forcing a reluctant film is how you end up with half a logo fitted and half still on the film. Hybrid, the safety film. Hybrid films have shown up a couple of years back when hot peel wasn't quite dialed in. It lets you do either peel hot for speed or wait till the garment cools if you've got a fine design or logo that you're nervous about. Just a quick FYI. Most new hot peel films behave like hybrid film, so manufacturers are quietly dropping the label of hybrid film. If your supplier still lists hybrid, treat it as premium hot peel and you'll be fine. Now cold peel, the old faithful. Cold peel is the OG. You press, remove the T to cool, answer some emails, come back, then peel, put it back on the heat press and do your finishing press. Back in the day, cold peel had crisper detail and richer colour than early hot peel film. Today, hot peel has caught up and maybe even overtaken the cold peel films, so cold peel is now mostly used for specialty finishes, foil, glow-in-the-dark, glitter and more because those transfers need a different adhesive and cure differently. If you're running deadlines, remember cold peel adds a cooling step. Plan your workflow or you'll create a bottleneck on bigger orders. Specialty films, bling, and a future watch. A quick sidebar: glitter, pearl, reflective, gold, silver, and more finishes still use cold peel films, but every wholesaler that I talk to is chasing a hot peel version for the near future. Buying rolls of these finishes does come with a premium price tag, so I am afraid you need to be aware sparkles do not come cheap. So let's do a quick recap on DTF film. Hot peel. It's the fastest and is now the industry standard. Hybrid. Hot peel with a safety net, slowly merging into hot peel films. Cold peel. The legacy film, but it is still the king for special effects film. Just a quick side note. We have spent a lot of time sourcing the film that we use. It is a true hot peel film that can be peeled away as soon as you open the press. But if you are printing and pressing a fine detailed design and have concerns, it can be allowed to cool down and then peel. And yes, it is more expensive than a lot of films that we have tried, but you do get what you pay for. Okay, we've printed our transfers onto our film, but without the right adhesive, your artwork is just wet ink on plastic. Let's dig into what actually makes a DTF transfer stick and why choosing the wrong adhesive can sink a whole print run. Powder adhesive, the workhorse of the process. Powder adhesives look like icing sugar, but treat it with respect. It's the bond between ink and fabric. First, let's talk about picking your color. White powder is the universal adhesive, great for light color fabrics or if you are not sure what to use. Black powder is our secret weapon for dark cotton t-shirts and apparel. It kills that faint white outline you sometimes see around prints on black and dark tees. Now, let's choose the grain size of our adhesive. Fine adhesives have a smooth hand feel, perfect for most jobs that you will print. But it can be a little more likely to have extra adhesive stick to the film where it is not wanted. This can happen when you have high humidity. Medium, the Goldilocks option, great adhesion without feeling like vinyl. Easy to fit and durable. Coarse, niche uses. You'll see it on difficult to fit materials where adhesion can be difficult. Just be aware the fitting temperature is usually higher. Now we can talk about the melting point. Standard powders cure at 110 to 120 degrees Celsius after printing, and different adhesives will have different fitting temperatures, so check the recommendations from your supplier. Now, low temp adhesives for those difficult jobs. Low temp adhesive comes in a fine white. It cures at around 95 to 100 degrees Celsius. Low temp adhesive, like the name implies, is fitted at a lower temperature of 120 degrees Celsius and is ideal for tricky polyester performance tees that want to sublimate their color into the print. One more consideration with low temp adhesives is that it is easier to fit. A little shop talk. Here is what we are using in our Brisbane print shop and why we reach for each one. Black medium adhesive is our go-to for dark cotton tees. It bonds tight and leaves no white ghost outline, so the print looks clean and is well bonded. White medium adhesive for when we need a heavyweight champ for specialty films like glitter, pearl or foil. We also will use this if the material we need to print onto is difficult to fit onto. Low temp white fine adhesive is our go-to for most printing. It is great for white tees, light colors. It also allows us to print onto polyester and blends. It has a soft hand feel on the garment. Because it is easier to fit, it's close to foolproof. And due to this, we're moving our gang sheets over to this adhesive. Now, the elephant in the room. Liquid adhesives, the shiny newcomer. Now let's address the liquid adhesive and all the hype around it. It is printed on through a dedicated white channel, cures clear, and feels like the design was DTG printed. It also prints fades beautifully, no crunchy edges on soft gradients. There are a few pros with this adhesive. It has a soft hand feel and is more like a DTG print. It is also good at subtle fades and halftones. It is less toxic. The ink fumes that come off when curing and fitting are less toxic than traditional DTF transfers. Now let's talk about the cons, and there are a few. These transfers are for cotton only. Due to its fitting temperature being high, it cannot be fitted to polyester and other difficult fit materials. It needs to be fitted at 160 degrees Celsius and needs serious pressure. Bargain shop clamshell heat presses just won't cut it. You'll need a specialized printer and dryer to create these transfers, and the maintenance on these pieces of equipment are a lot higher than the current DTF printers that are out there. Difficult to fit, these transfers are not for the beginner. They are harder to fit, and you need good equipment. The bottom line, liquid adhesive transfers are sexy. But between the extra hardware and learning curve, they're still a little way off being mainstream. Yes, they are cool. Yes, they will be pricey, and they are not for the beginner. A little shop talk, test, record, repeat. Whatever adhesive you decide to use, we recommend you run these tests. Press a swatch on white cotton, black cotton, and polyester. Now, was it easy to fit? Log the results. Peel and feel. Does it have a soft feel after fitting? Do a stretch test. How does it look after stretching the transfer and the material? Also take notes on how the color looks. Now wash each swatch 10 times at 40 degrees Celsius. Make a note on anything that you notice after washing. Your notebook is worth more than 1,000 Facebook group opinions. So do the test and keep your own records, and you will thank yourself in the long term. So there are a few things to think about. What color should I be using? Do I need a fine, medium, or coarse adhesive? Do I need any special considerations, low temperature adhesive, or am I using special films? With a little effort and thought, you will make the right decision and be smashing out those transfers problem-free. Welcome to the Cure Zone. All right, we're stepping into the Cure Zone. This is where perfectly good transfers either level up or flop. Curing is basically baking the glue. Not enough and it falls off. Too much and it cracks. Let's find that sweet spot together. What is curing really? Think of your adhesive powder like shredded cheese on a pizza. Slide it through the oven and those little granules melt, flow and fuse to the ink, forming one solid, stretchy slice of colour. Underdone, no bond. Overdone, burnt crust. Let's talk about undercuring. There are a few signs you didn't cook it long or hot enough. The print feels rubbery or a bit sticky. You can run a finger along the edge and feel gritty powder, like sand at the beach. The colours look hazy and almost frosted. And the worst case, first wash, and the transfer is peeling like a cheap bumper sticker. I had a friend of mine tell me about a large order that they took on a Friday morning for that afternoon, and I think he said it was like 200 teas. The customer rang him complaining that after one wash, that their logo was snowstorming off the shirts. He learnt a valuable lesson: never rush or try to speed up the process because you want to beat Friday knockoff. Now let's talk about overcuring. If you crank up the heat or leave your transfers cure too long, you can swing to the other extreme. Your print turns stiff, shiny, borderline plastic. You can see a clear, wet-looking halo around the print. The print looks like it has an orange peel texture. Whites yellow, bright colours go muddy, and the elasticity is gone from the transfer. While overcuring is not as big a problem as undercuring, it is still a problem to avoid. Together, let's find the Goldilocks zone. Your supplier should be able to give you the temperatures and times needed to cure your transfers. But we always run a test ourselves to check if they are correct. Here's the steps we run for any new adhesive, film or dryer tweak. Step 1. Stripe test. Print one long strip on the film, then pass it through the oven at different speeds: slow, medium, fast. Make a note on the film in the sections that pass through at what speed. We usually put an A or a B or a C at each spot on the film. We also use a pencil as this works best for us. Step 2. Now stretch and scratch. Fit each section of the strip to the same t-shirt, let it cool, then tug the print and dig at it with your fingernail. The one that stretches without cracking or any problem wins. Take notes. Step 3. Do a 10-wash gauntlet. Do a stress wash test, do 10 hot washes, then in between each wash, tumble dry. Once you have finished, take notes. Now work through your notes and you will now see where you need to set your drying time. You can also do this with different temperatures as well. And that is it. You will now know what temperature and speed/time you need to cure your transfers. And usually it is the settings your supplier has given you. And that's a wrap on these two important consumables: film and adhesive. Remember, spend a little extra on quality stock and you'll save dollars in reprints and customer headaches. This was a long one, and thanks for sticking with us. If you learned something today, do us a solid. Follow Pressing Matters, tap the like or give us 5 stars, and share this episode with someone still wrestling their cold peel film. I'm David from DTF Transfers Australia and the Custom T-shirt shop based in Brisbane. Thanks for pressing play, and until next time, keep turning out those teas and keep the presses hot.